Your favorite mother-daughter duo is back.
with a whole new season of Now That's Love.
Hello, loves. I'm Janae LaFleur, a certified holistic health specialist, trauma healing, and intuitive spiritual coach, and so much more. With a degree in science and expertise in brain health, fitness, and wellness, I'm passionate about helping myself and others heal, grow, and thrive.
And I'm Ashlyn LaFleur, wife, proud mom of two, and an educator with a master's in teaching and learning. I specialize in online teaching, a creative and course design, and a published researcher, all while sharing my journey of self-love and growth.
This season, y'all, we're diving even deeper into helping you learn more about yourself, loving yourself unapologetically, and grow into the best version of you.
Our mission is to inspire and empower you each week with real conversations, practical tools, and heartfelt encouragement, all rooted in the belief in the greatest love story of all time isn't just found in a fairy tale. It's the one you create with yourself every single day.
So settle in and let's dive into the beautiful journey of self-love, growth, and transformation together.
This is
Now That's Love.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to Now That's Love.
Welcome, welcome. Today we are going to be talking about bringing back the fun.
Yeah, last season we talked a lot about the healing and growing and evolving, but we noticed at the end of the season that Ashley and I, all the work we're putting in to develop everything, that we had let go of a lot of the fun. And so implementing that back into our life, we're like, what is it that we like, that we do that's fun? And we started to make lists and started goofing around and laughing a lot more and being more real with our emotions.
Mm-hmm. This episode is one we really truly felt deep in our bones. It's for the folks that have been working on themselves, the healing, the growing, and showing up for everybody else, and then wondering why they still feel just completely empty or just dry inside. You don't have that pip in your step anymore. And I feel like the last season was truly just all about healing, which is so great to do. But it can also really lose the joy of always looking for the dark shadow. It's kind of time that we look more into splashing into the swimming pool and to light and to energy and going the right positive direction that really actually fills your spirit up.
Yeah, and if you've gone through some healing moments like all of us have, that are on here, especially if it's been through trauma, what you'll recognize is your brain patterns want to keep you safe. And so for me personally, when there were social events that sounded really fun that I was invited to, or just a simple like, let's go out for a walk type thing, I would instantly have something to negate it. Like, you know what? Like, it is kind of cold outside, or it's kind of hot outside, or, it would be nice just to stay home. You're tired. Let's just read a book or whatever. And it was breaking up with that. I would literally have to say, absolutely not. You're getting in the car. You're going. And I can remember even just building myself up for 2 and 3 days, being anxious about it. But the more I put myself out of my comfort zone, and it seems so silly to even say this, and go and have fun and enjoy connecting with people I absolutely love and adore, I was so grateful. And I just did that so much, even just this last month. I can honestly say I was like massively, probably 10 times more social than I've been in the last 4 years. And then I proved myself over and over again. I traveled, I went to big weddings and stuff, and I had an absolute blast. Every single thing I went to, I just absolutely was grateful that I made the choice to go and connect with amazing people.
Yeah, you can find yourself in survival mode, and if you feel like you're not having fun, you may be in that survival mode. So we're going to be talking about fun. So why we've let it go, how to get it back, and how joy isn't a luxury. It's an absolute necessity.
Right. Don't live too long and too many days without some joy like sprinkled into it, because otherwise you see it all the time. People become workaholics. to tap out, or maybe they work and then they go drink. Whatever it is, it's just kind of that consistent hamster wheel of tapping out, and
Mm-hmm.
not real true sprinkle of like, remember what you loved as a child. What did you love
Yeah.
that brought you joy as a child? Even if it's sidewalk chalk, jump roping, dancing, being all goofy in front of a mirror,
Mm-hmm.
you know, whatever, singing a
Singing
song
and dancing.
singing and dancing, creating a music playlist off of YouTube. It was one of my favorites, because then you can dance and you can sing. You know, I was in the
Mm-hmm.
car on a road trip just this weekend, and I had my playlist and I was singing it and I was kind of dancing to it too. So
Yes.
having real true fun with, you know, you don't always have to have people around you. You can
Yeah.
dance, do it by yourself.
I think too, it's like you have to celebrate your wins and not always focusing on where you need fixing. So it's like the growth, but then I feel like I asked myself this major question, and I feel like our viewers should also ask this question of, did you actually enjoy yourself this year? Or you can reflect in even the last month. And when I asked myself this question, it really hit me hard, because I just felt like it was the constant healing and always trying to look for something new. And was like, I need to have fun. I was in this survival mode, and my kids could even feel that energy coming from me. And it's not always about like that grind of, like I mentioned, the healing, the growing, or the creating, but somewhere in the middle of all that, the joy got lost, and that's why we're bringing it back.
Right. So what is it that you just think of, like 2 or 3 things that really bring you joy? And a lot of times when I ask clients this, they are like, you know, I don't know. So
Yeah.
just think about it. Like, what did you like as a child to do? What were some of your favorite things as a teenager to do? If you had $5 million in your bank account, what would you go do today?
Mm-hmm.
You know, those are type of
Yeah.
things, but they don't have to cost any money. That's another thing that's a myth out there, is that it needs to cost money. Like you need to be able to go to Bali or this vacation or anything. It really can be the simple things that we've talked about, like just dancing, making a really fun recipe,
Yeah.
connecting with a friend and just laughing. You may have that friend that just makes you laugh and joke around and be goofy, turning on a TV show that makes you just giggle. I mean, for me, I do actually have a YouTube little thing that's saved that says laugh out loud.
That's a great idea.
It's a lot of comedians. You know, you need to shift out of
Follow
the
like fun people too. There's so many fun
Yes.
Instagram people that you can
Oh
follow
my
that just
gosh,
really give out
crack
great
you up.
energy.
Yeah.
And I feel like too, it's about enjoying the process. And
Yeah.
it's like, when was the last time you had fun without the overthinking or the guilt? And as adults, that's one thing that we've really brought in to our fun. Sadly, like as kids, we didn't think things. Like when we watched TV, we just enjoyed watching TV. Or if we were playing chalk, we weren't thinking about like, oh my gosh, I have to turn in this assignment, or, I have this project due at work. It's just being in that moment when you are having fun. And I know that can be so difficult, because even whenever I bring my kids to the park and I'm having fun or I'm swinging them, and then all of a sudden it's like you're laughing and giggling, and then boom, something hits me in your head. Oh crap, I need to pay that bill. I missed out on this, or
Oh, so
I need to
true.
call this my insurance company and make sure that I look at my deductible. Like that's what I had to do today. And so let's talk about the why. There's this pressure that creeps in, especially as adults, that we've got to be put together all the time. Fun starts to feel like childish or even just irresponsible. Then we throw in the whole body image issue of like, whoo, now now we are out here avoiding swimsuits, staying on the sidelines, worried about how we look instead of how we want to truly feel inside our like selves. It doesn't matter what you look like. And I think that's, as a mom, what stops a lot of women from going out in their swimsuits. It's like the stretch marks, or your boobs may be feeling a little saggy after breastfeeding. Or just, I had to realize that I'm no longer 18. I'm now 27, and I've had 2 kids. And yes, I'm going to have my stretch marks, and I'm going to go out and feel confident and have fun, because my kids are not going to look at me in those pictures and be like, oh my gosh, my mom's stomach was hanging out her swimsuit. They're going to look back on those pictures and be like, my mom hopped into the ocean with me or the swimming pool with me, and she enjoyed time with me. She was flipping me around, and it doesn't matter.
It
And
doesn't.
the fun started to feel like a reward when we became adults, and like something we had to earn, while everyone else, like while work had to be done.
It's true.
So, according to a 2022 study published in the Journal of Positive Psychology, people who intentionally build small moments of joy and play in their daily lives report higher life satisfaction, stronger relationships, and better mental health.
Mm, so true.
Mm-hmm. So it's like, don't be afraid to be seen as like goofy, awkward, or silly, because I think the one thing that's really hit me lately is no one cares. No, like they might judge you, but like at the end of the day, usually they're the people that want to be having that fun. Like I saw this one guy on the side of the street one time, and he was like rapping and singing and dancing. And, probably people were judging him at that corner because he was having a great time. Had his earbuds in, listening to music. And I'm like, you know what? I can't even judge that, because how much fun would that be just not to care what people think? You are at an intersection where hundreds of people's eyes are on you, and you are just truly enjoying life. So there's no dress code or weight limit or age cap. And the truth is, fun is freedom. So if you really want that freedom, start having fun.
Right.
And when we silence fun, we're silencing something really sacred in us. And I think especially as women, it's like we feel, even at a young age, I feel like I've had to be more serious or more on guard about what I'm doing, because you're scared that you're going to be drawing in the wrong attention, or bringing on unwanted comments. Especially as a girl, you want to fit into like these groups. And if you talk too much, or if you're too out there, a lot of people will think, oh, she's doing too much, or she wants attention, or like start trying to dim your light. And we did a whole podcast about that as well. And yet we've been acting like fun is optional or immature, but joy is actually a sign of emotional health. And it regulates stress, strengthens creativity, and builds resistance. So it's like, why are we truly avoiding it? And I think we need to start asking our questions like that, where why are we avoiding the fun? Is it because, like you mentioned, that tons of money, you have to have tons of money to have fun. You have to go on these extravagant trips, or you have to go to the fancy 5-star hotel and buy, the 5-course meal, like, or we're afraid of looking goofy, awkward, or put together. Or are we equating being serious with being responsible? And then our fourth question to ask yourself is, or are we just tired and forgot really what lights us up? And you got to keep filling up your cup. And without having that spark in your life, we really truly become zombies in our daily routine of this hamster wheel. And like I said, I looked back on my previous year, and I was just like grateful that I was able to heal and discover so many amazing things about myself. But I also discovered within that with myself that I wasn't having fun. I wasn't creating memories. And at the end of the day, that's what people look back on their deathbed, is the memories that they're having with their friends and their family. They're not, do you think that you're on your deathbed, you're like, I'm so glad I worked so hard and was responsible and so serious that I was able to acquire this mansion and this Jaguar, like, no, you're going to be really thinking, did I spend time with my loved ones? Did I spend time with my kids? And yes, work hard and be responsible, but on the sidelines, make sure you're enjoying yourself. So breaking those myths down, the idea that fun has to be expensive or time consuming, that's a lie that culture has sold us. So fun doesn't mean booking a trip, like you said, or buying new things every week. Fun is a mindset. It's presence, it's playfulness, a 15-minute break, a sidewalk chalk moment with your kid, and trying a new recipe, pulling out a board game, even just walking barefoot in the grass, just to shift your energy while you're at work. And I feel like too, just for me, it's so hard just to step out of the house sometimes, especially loading up my kids in the car. But once you're there, it's like going to the gym. You realize, wow, I'm so glad I'm here. I'm so glad I did this. And it's so rewarding. So just even giving yourself those 15 minutes to have that fun with yourself, whatever your fun is. And it's crazy, like you mentioned, that a lot of people don't know what their fun is. And it's so great to discover yourself.
Right. Live life too, thinking that maybe this is your last week, because it might be,
Yeah.
So do some fun things that light you up, set your soul on fire.
Yes, I agree. Even just, I feel like even going for a drive sometimes just to relax and put on my music is a great
Yeah.
way to have that all happen. I'm going to be honest, I have been having a ball blowing bubbles in the backyard.
It is fun.
Malay and I have been getting the big bubble wand and just flinging it. I'm like, go around in circles, and like we'll create a bubble tornado, and he'll pop them in the bubble tornado. And my littlest baby, he's all just smiles and giggles looking at the bubbles, and he's even trying to catch them crawling on the floor. And it really just puts my mind at rest. And those are the type of memories, there's just even simple memories of the backyard with 50-cent bubbles,
Right.
where I'm going to look back on that and just be like, remember, Malay, whenever you were 4 years old and we were playing bubbles in the backyard? Even as you, like, whenever I was little, I wasn't thinking the best memories is whenever my parents took me on those expensive trips. No, it was whenever I had that one-on-one attention, and where I was cooking with you in the kitchen and you let me pour the cup of flour into the bowl, or let me scoop the cupcake mix in. And those are the memories that your kids or your friends are going to really remember, because even my best friend who passed away, one of the greatest memories wasn't the trip that we went on together. It was actually us being complete goofballs in the kitchen with strawberries and chocolate, and the chocolate fell over. And sometimes fun comes from mistakes. The chocolate fell all over the floor and it was a complete mess. She got chocolate all over her face from it splashing up on her, and we were giggling so hard we both fell to the floor. And sometimes in the mess you find the fun.
Right. You really do. And just letting it flow and being silly. Does not mattering like there's some path, you have to take, or checking off the box. We did something fun today. Just do it. Enjoy
Yeah,
it.
it's
Not worry
true.
about other
It's
people
just
think.
sometimes just letting it flow. Go where
Yeah.
your heart leads you. And we'll be back with a part 2 of this. Just remember to reflect on when's the last time that, oh my gosh, balloons.
I went like this and I'm
Celebrating.
like,
When's the last time you really truly belly laughed? Or what did you do as a kid that you stopped doing? And my husband and I have even talked about this. He's like, maybe I should get a bike, because he was huge into BMX. And he's like, I lost that part of me and I want to teach our kids that. Or even just picking up some boxing gloves if you like to, even just kind of fighting if you're, girl or boy. And finding that love that you had as a child and recreating that. You're never too old. And also asking yourself, am I waiting for the perfect time to feel joy? That's kind of like, it's kind of sad that we have to schedule our joy. You don't
oh
need to do that.
no.
Even like at work, you can pop my brother pops up YouTube videos and just watches them while he's at work and enjoys that 5 minutes of fun, giggles, and then hops back into accounting. And
Right.
also, what am I afraid will happen if I let go and play? And asking myself that question personally, I think it's just the fear of being judged, or maybe getting way too out of hand in the joy.
Well, a lot of times our brain will say if it's too good, then something bad has to happen. So
Yeah.
I'm having a lot of fun, then maybe something bad will happen
It's
because
true.
I'm having too much fun. Yeah.
So remember that joy doesn't need to be earned. It can be created right now with what you have. You don't need permission, and you definitely don't need to have those perfect conditions, as many people will think. And then part 2, we'll be talking all about splashing into summer. So reclaiming the joy even when life is hard. So we'll catch you on part 2.
Part 2. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Are you looking for something made with love for love?
In our Etsy shop, we create custom designs that are more than just products. They're meaningful reminders of the love within you and all around you.
From personalized home decor and heartfelt stickers to inspirational shirts, each item is crafted with care and intention to bring joy, comfort, and positivity into your life.
We believe in celebrating love in all its forms, from self-love to spreading kindness to others. Our creations are here to uplift, inspire, and remind you of your own strength and beauty.
Everything we make tells a story, your story. Whether you're treating yourself or gifting something special to a loved one, we pour our hearts into every design.
If you're looking for something unique, personal, and full of love, head over to our Etsy shop. Every piece is crafted with care to help you connect more deeply with yourself and the world around you.
Because when you surround yourself with love inside and out, life just feels a little brighter.
Check out the link in the description and find something that speaks to your heart. We can't wait to create something special just for you.